Cold weather's coming. Let's crochet a shawl your grandma is gonna fight you for.
And guys, the best part is it only takes 3 granny squares and 1 anniversary cake. In today's tutorial, I'm going to walk you through creating the squares, joining them together, and creating our tassels. If you'd like to utilize chapters to skip to the part you need, feel free to.
And 1 skein of the Karen anniversary cake. Or you could use any 6-weight yarn, but you're gonna need about 1,060 yards. We're going to start by making a magic circle. You're going to take the end and go in between your pinky and your ring finger and create an X on top. You're going to grab hold of the bottom yarn, twist it around your hook, and grab the bottom yarn again and pull through. Now we're going to chain 2 for our standing chain. And we're going to do 2 double crochets. This is going to be our first granny cluster. Now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Now we're going to do another granny cluster, which is 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to chain 2 again. And another granny cluster, which is 3 double crochet. Chain 2. And another granny cluster. Now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to tighten our magic circle, and we're going to slip stitch into our standing chain. Right, now we're going to chain 2. Now we're on row 2. We are going to be creating our corner. So we're going to do 2 more double crochet into that space. Chain 2, and now you're going to work another granny cluster into that same space to create our corner. We're going to repeat that for our remaining spaces. So we're going to do a granny cluster, chain 2, and another granny cluster in each space. You should have 4 corners. You are going to slip stitch into our standing chain to join them together. Chain 2, and now we're going to start row number 3. So you should have a space in between each of our corners. In the extra spaces, you are going to do a granny cluster. After you complete every row, each of your side is going to keep getting 1 more extra space. This is a super easy granny square. It's kind of hard to mess this up. It's so repetitive, but you're just going to keep going, and you want to have a total of 15 rows. To count your rows, you're going to go from one of your 4 points in the center and follow the corner counting, and you should have 15 clusters going all the way up. If you're shorter or this is for a tiny person, you might want to make a little less than 15 rows, so that way your shawl doesn't swallow you whole. But whatever size you choose, you want to make sure all 3 squares are the exact same size. So I'm just going to let this play for a little bit longer, and feel free to pause this or just keep watching so you know what to do when you are ready to move forward. We are now going to be attaching our squares. So I'm going to be making sure when I'm attaching them, the wrong side is facing down. So our center tail should be facing down. And I double knot mine to start. Now I'm going to slip stitch both corners together. And now I'm just going to slip stitch going through each of the back loops. Going all the way down. And I just love the way you have this really nice braided look at the end. Now I'm going to be adding the border and the highlighted area. So going around the first 2 points that are going to be wrapped around you. And I'm going to be working on the right side again. So I double knotted, and now I'm just going to be working a half double crochet into each stitch and then doing 2 half double crochet into all of our spaces. So you can see I'm at a space now, so I'm just going to do 2 half double crochet right into those. And now I'll just continue on into my normal stitches, doing half double crochet. All right, now let's attach some tassels. And I'm going to be adding them in the highlighted area. You want to take your yarn and just wrap it around, going around a book or a piece of cardboard, but you want to do this a lot. You want to add a lot of yarn to it. And then you're just going to cut one of the ends. Don't cut both, just one. All right, so now this is really important, but you're going to be working on the wrong side of your piece, the wrong side. And as a reminder, you're going to be doing this everywhere you did not add a border. So from corner all the way to the corner. I'm going to be adding 5 strands, and you want to make sure that it's even at the bottom. So that way they're even. And you want it to go from the bottom up. I'm just going to use my hook this time. Normally you can just do it with your hands. And you're going to grab and pull through. So that way the right side looks pretty. And I'm going to skip 2 clusters in between each of mine. You can space yours out however you want. Some people just do it on the corners. So if you have a lot of extra yarn, you could add it for every gap, but I knew I wasn't going to have enough. So I actually had just enough. I had a little bit of extra, but it was all tangled, so I'm glad that I skipped 2 clusters in between. And sometimes when I got to the corner, I was off on my count, so I did do around my corners, I did do, like, 3.
If you love making this cozy shawl, I just know you're gonna love my Granny Shrug tutorial. It's just as beginner friendly, stylish, and you only need one square, so you can whip it up in no time. So go ahead and click here and let's keep crocheting together. Thanks for watching.